I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Okay, so I assume we're live by now. I'm about to click, but I'm assuming you're hearing me by now. As always, let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know how the music is. I'm trying to get better at balancing the music and keeping it consistent, so hopefully this sounds okay. But maybe one day I'll stop checking. I've been streaming for I think over a year now. You'd think I'd have it down, but you'd be wrong. Anyway, let's see. We're chugging. We're loading, and we're live. We're here, folks. Okay, thank you guys for joining. So, couple things I want to get out of the way while I've got you all here. I'm sure. So, first thing, pink across. This is a weird time to be streaming. Yes. So for a summer internship, I am in Asia. So time zones have been weird. I've been doing my best to stream early morning, so I get most of the U.S., Canada people, which are the most common countries that are for viewership. Yeah, well, actually, UK is up there. I think more than Canada, actually, UK. But US makes up over half, so a lot of US people. So I try to cater to that, but today I was out sightseeing, going to, doing some touristy stuff. And so I was doing that. I was living life. And so we're doing this stream now. And will that hurt viewership? Probably, because everyone's asleep. Ain't no person in the US getting up for what'll this be for that? This will be, I think, a 7 a.m. stream. But hey, we're going to do this anyway. And they can check out the VOD. And a lot of people, I think, are going to be thrilled that, finally their region is getting a time that isn't awful. Because for some people, I always stream either early morning or late at night or 4 a.m. or whatever. So hopefully this is good for those people. Hope you guys enjoy it. And for those that this doesn't work for, hey, you got the VOD. So next thing I want to talk about is this Braviary set. Well, actually, I'll briefly address this notepad first. We've got a new notepad. So check this out. I can select things on the team builder and the notepad doesn't go away. So I've been using the computer app notepad for a while. This has now been added as an extension to this team analyzer thing I have here. So Surf and Wob created this. And it's awesome. It's a great team analyzer. Really nice to show which resistances you don't have, and you can just click it on and off just like that. And I can actually look through the builder, because it used to be with the notepad, I click anything. I'd even just tap on another area of the screen, it goes away. So maybe it didn't irritate you as much as it irritated me, but this is such a nice quality of life change. And I feel like it looks better too. So I don't know. I'm hyped about this notepad. Maybe you're not, but I'm hyped about this notepad. Anyway, next, let's talk about this set. So this Braviary set was sent to me by Fresh Oatmeal. You might remember them from the Gravity stream. And this is an exciting one. Someone said, I'd stay up for you, Pinka. That's very kind. Someone, that's 1 p.m. in my country. Oh, nice. So yeah, I don't know, I'm hyped about it. But anyway, so let's talk about the Braviary set. So we did Hisuian Braviary on this channel before. We did a live stream. It was a rain set. It was tinted lens, specs, Terraflying, Hurricane, and Rain with tailwind stuff. It was pretty cheesy. It was fun though. But it wasn't good. It definitely wasn't viable. We kind of concluded, Rain's in a rough spot as it is. And there have been a few Rain teams that have managed to make it work and managed to really, really do it, but it's, the Rain team, they're all kind of weird. They use some really creative stuff. The Palmot team actually got rank 1, which is sick. I was in contact with, if you were here on one of the recent streams, we saw a really cool Rain team with Palmot that ended up getting to rank 1, which is sick. So hopefully an RMT or something coming from there. There's the Toxicroak Rain, which did well, but they're kind of all weird, and they really use strong Pokemon, right? They're using Raging Bolt, Barraskewda, that kind of stuff. So for, I'm trying to think, how do I put this? Yeah, you have to have good rain abusers. Braviary was just too slow, not good enough. Tailwind was really hard to fit in, and it just wasn't that good. This set is a very new approach on Hisuian Braviary. Completely different thing. Do I think Terra Blast ban was deserved? No. So the approach behind this set, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you've got Calm Mind Roost, and you've got Esper Wing, 100% chance to raise user speed by 1, and high critical hit, so insanely good move. This is like one of the best psychic moves ever. Maybe the best. This is a really good move. And then you've got Vacuum Wave, fighting, priority, really nice. Smokes can Gambit, also really nice. Now, here's the great thing in particular about Tinted Lens with this combo, right? So Esper Wing, Psychic, Dark is immune to Psychic. And if they're a Dark type, right, you can hit them pretty hard with Vacuum Wave. Every other Psychic resist, of which there are, Steel is the big one, due to Tinted Lens, you're doing full damage to those Pokemon. So that's really awesome. So this may seem... How do I put this? This set may seem like bad, like it's just not going to do much damage to everything, but with Tinted Lens, Esper Wing plus Vacuum Wave actually covers your bases pretty well offensively. Then there's also, you got Roost, Calm Mind, and as far as this set, normally you want to throw the remaining bulk and HP, but because we're going to be boosting with Calm Mind, we don't care as much about the, special side as we do the physical side. And the other thing is its HP is a lot higher than its defense, right? 110 to 70, not a huge difference, but still like a pretty noticeable one. So, the bulk is multiplicative, basically. So that's going to mean like your bulk can be very closely approximated by multiplying your HP and defense stat together. So you're going to have, on a Pokemon with higher HP, it's better to invest in defense. On a Pokemon with higher, defense and special defense, it's better to invest in HP because, increasing by a flat amount, the lower number when multiplying leads to a greater overall product. Okay. So that out of the way, let's talk about this Pokemon. So it's an exciting set, and Fresh Oatmeal was telling me it was cooking ladder, it was setting up on everything. Oh, and also the Covert Cloak. Why the Covert Cloak? Does some nice stuff. I'm guessing, Garganacl Salt Cure, it's nice to not get affected by that. Hatterene Nuzzle, I think, was a big one, because that is pretty rough for this set, and we don't like that. And, then there's just random stuff like, your discharges, your sludge bombs. So Malignant Chain. We might remove the Covert Cloak. We'll see how we're feeling. If we're really having issues with other status, like Glow King Toxic, for example, I could see being an issue. But yeah, Hatterene Nuzzle and Garg Salt Cure, I'd say, are probably the big two for why Cloak is on this set, but it helps with a lot of other random stuff. Right? You can't get Shadow Ball dropped by Paul to be like, want to Terra Fighting and Calm Mind up. You click Roost a few times, you don't have to worry about that. You won't get Moonblast dropped. A bunch of random stuff, right? Even like Mortal Spin, Glamora. Yeah, I guess you could theoretically set up on a Glamora lead because Mortal Spin wouldn't poison you. So there are a lot of, I think, cool things. I think Covert Cloak is a smart move here. And Fresh Oatmeal. I have not used this set yet. Fresh Oatmeal was glazing it, so hopefully it pulls through. But they were saying, Cloak's pretty good. So, yeah. All right. And of course, as always, remember to like the stream. Helps out a lot. Can't wait for Braviary to get sacked game 1 and get no kills. There are always haters that just think my feature Pokemon is never going to do anything and it's going to be trash always. And you know what? Usually they're right, which is why they, I think, feel so emboldened to continue. But sometimes not. We have some streams, everyone thinks it's going to go terrible, and then it goes great, and sometimes it even creates a little shift in the meta. People start noticing it more. Usually not. Usually the Pokemon that people think will be bad are indeed bad, but definitely not always. Sometimes they go crazy, sometimes in a metagame shifting way. Very rare that it's that big of a deal, but it's nice. Okay, so let's talk about this. I guess so. The first thing we'll talk about is Archetype, right? So, or let's talk about what it loses to. Walled by, so walled by / hates. What is this Pokemon hate dealing with? So, I would say Curem is 1, right? Because also, let me explain the speed on here. Whoops, not the equal sign. The 44 speed, I love that the notepad didn't go away when I clicked that. Like, that's huge. Fine, we can make it shiny. We can make it shiny if you guys like that. There you go. Isn't that cool? Look at that. All right. Hope you guys like that. Thank you for the $5 donation from Uruz95. The 5, that much appreciated, and says, can you name the Braviary Xerxes? I'm gonna quickly wait on chat just to make sure that doesn't like mean something like weird, and then I will do that. I have no problem with that request. I'm just hoping that's not some like weird, like, here's the weird thing is like random people will just, anyway, no, it's probably fine, but I'm just gonna wait to make sure that's not some like, oh, if you know, people don't know, but if you put like an eagle labeled as Xerxes, that's like a neo-Nazi, like I don't know. There's so many weird little things like that on the internet. I'm just like paralyzed by fear now because I've accidentally like said stuff like a couple times now that I just had no idea meant something, and I'm on my guard lately. But if no one has a reaction to it, I'm fine with naming it that. Okay, walled by /hates. Curem is a big one. So this speed stat is designed to, after 2 Esper wings, because this Pokemon's pretty darn slow, 65 speed, right? Oh, no, I remember that. Yeah. Family Guy. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, Curem is one thing. So this thing gets 350. It gets 354 at +2. Which is, you know, it's slow. So anything that can come in right away and like just threaten to KO it and do a ton of damage is pretty scary. Greek warrior. Okay, historical name. Okay, cool. I figured. Uruz, yeah, thank you for the donation. Much appreciated. It's the fan. Yeah, okay, that was the one that says it's Family Guy reference. Cool. Okay, so walled by /hates. Curem is 1. Ting Lu is the other, right? Vacuum Wave is not doing anything to your boy Ting Lu. Ting Lu is taking that forever. It does not care. It will wall you. Stall is another one. Like, you're never getting past a Blissey. Not in a million years. I don't think you're even getting past a Dondozo. I mean, we can check, but like, I really doubt it. Oh, this is even Sheer Force. Tinted Lens, yeah. So, okay, Esper Wing, and you're doing how much? Okay, that's not actually that bad. High critical hit too. You are getting past Dondozo with that. At least Fizz-Def, not Spidef Dondozo. But Blissey, Clodsire is going to poison you, and you're probably doing like 40 with an Esper Wing. Honestly, like, yeah, I highly doubt this does like any damage to Claude. Oh my gosh, you're doing way less. You're doing 30. Whew. Okay, so yeah, stall is like you're not doing anything to stall teams. Hoopa-U, Hoopa-U is rough. The fact that any dark type can stop the speed boosting stuff is rough. That's definitely rough. So I'd say Samurott Hisui. Let's kind of group the dark types together. Let's say Hoopa-U, Samurott H, Tyranitar. Ting Lu is like particular. It's kind of in a league of its own as far as bad goes. I'll say Kingambit. No. Honestly, Kingambit, like, we have Vacuum Wave. That's really not going to like that. Darkrai, but yeah, the others, I think those are the only big ones. Yeah, those are the only big ones. Thankfully, Moltres would be a nightmare, but that kind of is dead now because no Terra Blast. And remember to like the stream, please. Helps out a lot. Okay. Yeah, so those are the big ones. And then what else? So Stall, Curem, Ting Lu, anything else that's like just smokes this thing? I wonder if Curem should really be included here. I feel like maybe not. Like, there are a lot of things that come in and hit it hard. But I guess we'll just say breakers in general might be rough. Some breakers might be rough. We might use screens, though. That's a definite possibility. Don't forget Spiritomb. Right. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Spiritomb, fortunately. Actually, no, Curum is kind of particularly bad. I'm not looking at it, but breakers in general. But I'll put Curum in parentheses. Get it? We'll get the Curum, and then we'll do, I guess, like, yeah, Curum, Raging Bolt. Just anything with lots of immediate power is scary. Like Enamorous can come with its Specs, Moonblast, and just like roll us. But let's see. We want to, like, I guess we want to look at really in more particular detail what's walling us. I think Tinglu and Stall are the big ones. Let's do a walled by and then hates, struggles with, because those are very different things. Like this, we can get past with screens. This, no amount of screens, setup, memento, whatever, is going to help you. It's not going to save you. Yeah, I meant Moltres Galar. No, regular Moltres is just fine. It did not mind the Terra Blast ban one bit. It's doing A-okay. I'm gonna run Spiritomb and OU to C-team your Braviary. Please don't. Okay, and then I'd say Toxic / T-Wave Glow King, which is like all of them, let's be real. So that's not great either. I think those are the big... Regieleki, no way it's still hanging on, right? I think just tier shifts haven't happened yet. Bro is definitely gone. Watch 5 Sableye teams show up this stream. I really hope not. Is Spinoff Gliscor? Yep, Toxic Gliscor. I would say, yeah. Gliscor, that's definitely an issue. Good call. Good call. I'm trying to listen to chat here. It doesn't really hate Ceruledge. Like, it doesn't love Ceruledge, but like I'd say that falls kind of into this category. I don't know if I call Ceruledge a breaker exactly, but it kind of falls into this category of Pokemon that, like, with screens, with chip, you can take them down. These guys, though, like, they're just not. They're going to end you. Arcanine Hisui, yeah, but that's like Arcanine Hisui is like what, like 2% usage. We can't worry about everything. You kind of got to build for the common stuff and just sort of hope that also ends up encompassing some other less common things. If you try to, you kind of want to think sometimes in like broad brushes of like, okay, how do I then pressure specially defensive walls, you know, and you kind of hope that covers all the stuff. If you try to hold every Pokemon in the tier in your mind at once, or like every Pokemon in OU and UU and all the Pokemon with niches, it's going to be brain overload, even for me. And I like literally build in my sleep sometimes, like it comes to me in dreams, and it's hard to hold all that information in your head. So let's see, anything about it? Like Toxic is a common theme here and what's going to be a problem. I was running Bolt and kept running into Terra Fairy Palmot. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're not running Terra Normal on this. We're definitely going with Terra Fighting. That is the other thing that's nice about Terra Fighting on this is if there's a sweeper that resists it, like Dragonite or something, it'll actually take like a decent chunk from Vacuum Wave. So someone asked if I'll do strengths and weaknesses. I don't really think I will for this because I don't exactly know. Some sets I come in here and I know exactly what they're good against. This one, I haven't used this set before. I can tell kind of what its strength and weaknesses are on a broad scale, but I think it's kind of going to be one of those Pokemon that does really well in some matchups and not well in others. And there won't really be a huge pattern to what is what. That's my prediction, but we'll see. Doesn't Tyranitar have like 2% use? I mean, it's in OU, so I'm guessing not. Yeah, 6%. So, yeah, definitely definitely more than 2. Or actually, let's filter for 1695. That's kind of usually the range we're facing opponents at. Tyranno, okay, 4 point, yeah, about 5%, a little under 5%. So that's a heal Belmont might not be too bad. Well, that's just Blissey. Like, only the Blissey line gets heal Bell, so we're not going to include that. Okay, I think we got it. I think we had added all the Pokemon that are problematic. And then, okay, I will say one pro I realized about this that I didn't think of is this like really, really does well against Zamazenta. Because especially you can't get your defense dropped because of the Covert Cloak. So I'm guessing this thing is taking like 0 from a crunch. Well, not 0, but... Okay, oh wait, for a second I was like, holy crap, that's a lot. And then I realized I didn't put in any defense. So that's 212 and 252. Yeah, you're taking 0 from a crunch, and they can't defense drop you because of Covert Cloak. So this thing hardwalls Zamazenta, which is not bad at all. That's a solid start. And it also is Prio, which it's really weak Prio. Like Vacuum Wave on a like non-stab Pokemon with 0 special attack investment, that is not what you want to be counting on to revenge kill your sweepers, but it's not bad. It's definitely something. So someone says this set could be a demon on screens. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I really don't see a world where we don't go screens here. So the approach, so what I am sure about, or the archetype we'll call it, it's going to be screens HO. Or let's type it out, hyper offense. I'm trying to do fewer acronyms in videos and everything, just so like everyone knows when, you know, we're on the same page. Like, I'm not trying to dumb down content, but I'm trying to be more inclusive, I guess I'd say. Like, I'll explain the complicated concepts, but I'm going to first say the obvious ones. So I guess it'll make it a little longer, but you know, I think that's... Anyway, I'm just ranting now. So, screens hyper offense. This Pokemon, Braviary, is... Hisuian Braviary, this is extremely inconsistent. This is... Yeah, D-Knight does not... Nothing gets Heal Bell. They took Heal... My poor boy Lantern does not get Heal Bell. It's... Okay, Chimecho also gets it. But, like, yeah, Heal Bell was absolutely gutted. This is what learns it now. It's sad. But yeah, this Pokemon is super inconsistent. Like... We face a Ting-Lu or like a Spidef Toxic Gliscor, or if we face any of these Pokemon and our opponent manages to keep them healthy, you know what our Braviary is going to do that game? 0. It's going to do nothing. It's not going to help at all. So how do we deal with that? Well, there's only one archetype that can tolerate that severity of inconsistency, and that is hyper offense. So hyper offense is a given. That I knew before I even got going here. This is not something you're going to slap on a balance team. I don't even think it's something you can slap on an offense team. It's got to be hyper offense, I think. And then following, you know, furthermore, if we follow that thread, well, what kind of hyper offense? Well, it doesn't really need webs. That's not really the issue. Like, this, maybe it'd be okay on webs, but those teams usually kind of want to keep hitting hard, keep the pressure up. It seems like screens just makes the most sense for it. It's going to give it the time it needs to set up. And that's, I think, really the biggest thing with this Pokemon is it needs time. It needs time to set up Calm Minds. It needs time to get fast with Esper Wing, and screens gives you time. So we're going, I think the screens angle makes way too much sense here. Now, let's list some possible partners. And I particularly, because what we want is for these Pokemon to either die, we want these Pokemon to die or be killed or pressured somehow or get weakened to the point that Braviary can get past them. And in general, this Pokemon is going to be operating on the special side. So I think we want specifically a special spam screens hyper offense team. So let's follow that thread here. So all roads lead to Ogerpon. Ogerpon is busted on screen, so there is a very legitimate shot we had on an Ogerpon. Like, sorry, but it is what it is. Could have banned it, but everyone said no, so now we have to deal with it on screens, and, well, I hope everyone's okay with that, because that's what we're going to do. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. Okay. So, yeah, possible partners. Possible team members, we'll say. Raging Bolt is the kind of the classic special spam offense screens. It does it super well. So Raging Bolt is a very definite possibility. I would say Goldengo is another classic. Works well on screens, particularly with Terra Steel, Make It Rain. It can be an incredible stall breaker also. So that's definitely good. In particular, I'd say potentially like Terra Ghost, Raging Bolt, because what Terra Ghost, Raging Bolt does is interesting with Goldengo. Well, it works on some Blissey. It doesn't work with Shadow Ball Blissey. But what you can do is you can force, with Goldengo, you can force the, usually the Clodsire, because the Blissey is going to be Terra Dark to deal with Psyshock and stuff. The Clodsire might be Terra Steel to shut down Make It Rain Goldengo, but then if they go that angle, well, then you pull out your Terra Ghost Raging Bolt, boost up on the Blissey, the Clodsire's chipped. Anyway, I really want to make sure we have a breaking core. Always, even with Hyper Offense, the first thing I'm thinking is how are we actually going to break here? Yeah, Darkrai is, I think, another good one as well. It'd have to be Ice Beam, though. We couldn't run my usual Wisp set that I like to do. It would have to be Ice Beam, which I will say, I think Darkrai in particular fits well here because Darkrai hates Zama, in particular, and then we got Xerxes here to shut down Zamazenta. So that's nice, too. Hatterene is another one. Not only is it really solid against Tinglu, Stall, Toxic Gliscor, it's proven itself to be really good on screens. Is this? No. So this, I should have this set open because it's not really doing anything good to hide it. Yeah, this is the set we're building around. So these are some possibilities. Problem with this is no prio, right? I'm not, well, yeah. I mean, okay, actually no, Raging Bolt plus, what am I saying? There's a whole Raging Bolt right there. So what if we added, because these guys are really weak to Dark, like these guys can get smoked by King Gambit. So what if we added a Zama as a screen setter, right? Like Clay, and then we added on these guys. Would that just work? I mean, it has no electric immunity, but that's kind of okay with these sorts of teams. Goldengo and then Darkrai. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't have, I mean, it has a recurring fairy problem, which is not great. It's definitely weak to fairy types, and it has a bit of a ghost problem as well, which is also not great for a screens team. But that might not be horrible. Let's make a we lose to list on this. This is like, I mean, we literally just threw together the first Pokemon we thought of. But let's see. Let's make a we lose to list. And check it out. As I make this we lose to list, we're not going to have to open the notepad. This new notepad is, I love it. I love this new notepad. It is so much better. This is attached to the Team Analyzer extension I'm using to look at weaknesses here. Surf and Wob created it. Link is in the description. Highly recommend. Okay, so and yeah, there are concerns like no hazard removal. I'd say what are the concerns? So the good thing about having a ton of special attackers is that we aren't as worried about Glamora toxic spikes. That's kind of nice. Because we're never going to hit it with a contact move, ever. We'll have Terra Poison Darkrai for sure, for help with fairies, and just because that's generally good. The King Gambit situation definitely worries me. Especially if we go Terra Ghost on Bolt, the King Gambit situation definitely worries me. I think we don't have to go Terra Ghost on Bolt. I think a Hatterene Gold Core is going to be enough for most stall teams. So I think we can go Terra. I think we can go Terra Fairy Bolt, maybe. But honestly, I gotta say, Xerxes, I do like the fact that it's a ground immunity. That's honestly pretty nice here. You should try Pressure Stall Suicune in the future. It does surprisingly well against the metagame except Ogre. I already did, and it was raw. It was brutal. We had like a 200 turn stall game, but the problem is like you're like, yeah, except Ogre. Yeah, except that time when you face like Ogre Pawn usage is 17%. 17% of the time, the Pokemon you build your team around is not only useless, it is setup fodder. That's pretty bad. Like 17% of the time, like it won't be great other games, but 17% of the time it is completely useless. That's brutal. What are you going to do if Blissey starts Calm Minding? I mean, we have Zama with CC. That can do that. And then we have Goldengo, which can do something, presumably. We can also have Psyshock on Hatterene, that's an option. If we want to go that route. Magnet Terra Electric Bolt is mad funny, Pinka. I mean, you could go Terra Electric, like boost, like, okay, Magnet, Booster Energy is still more of a boost. Magnet Terra Electric, you know, I do like that idea, like not on Hyper Offense. On Hyper Offense, you absolutely want to go Booster Energy every time, but Magnet Terra Electric Bolt, I like that idea. Bolt. On a balance team, maybe with Rilla, could be fun. I like that idea. Yeah, that sounds pretty nasty. Like Calm Mind left. No, it's got to be Magnet. Maybe a full switch. Anyway, let's get back on it. Let's get back on focus. Appreciate the idea though. But yeah, we definitely go Booster. Iron Valiant would be good on this team. I mean, it doesn't help with Ghost or Fairy. Like, over what is the question? I do wonder concerns here. Concerns. Well, I was thinking maybe Braviary and Hatterene are too similar, but I feel like maybe that's not really a concern. Because I feel like they kind of actually do lose to different things, because the issues we've lined out for Xerxes are largely like about breakers, and it more so struggles with Toxic, and Hatterene doesn't struggle at all with Toxic and like Whirlwind or anything. We got Down02 saying we lose to everything. Heck yeah, Down02 in the chat, folks. You gotta like the stream for Down02 being here. My favorite hater. See, because like there are some haters that are just kind of mean and not that funny, but Down02 is consistently just so bitterly opposed to everything I do. I kind of love it. Okay, anyway though, let's get back to it here. What do we lose to? So we lose to, I'd say Dragapult, kinda, specifically like Infiltrator, which unfortunately they kind of all are now because the physical sets ran Clear Body and those are gone. But I mean, Web's still a thing. People still run it for that. But yeah, it's not great. Infiltrator Bolt is not great. Yeah, HO can get away without electric immunities. It's not great to not have an electric immunity. But, you know, in Gen 9 OU, your wish list is almost never going to be fulfilled. I'm not worried about Ceruledge, really, because it's not like... It's literally, we don't have a single move on the team that can give it a speed boost with weak armor. Like, we don't... Yeah, like, we do not have a single Pokemon on this team that can give it a weak armor boost, because this is going to be the only thing with a physical attack, and it's going to be close combat. So we literally can't boost its speed, and then Darkrai can outspeed, and we have Raging Bolt. So, and it can't Poltergeist Raging Bolt because boost energy, so I'm not worried about Ceruledge. I'm not worried about opposing Rai, not worried about Dio. Am I worried about Dragonite? I'd say so. Dragonite kind of. I mean, we can go Terra Ghost on Raging Bolt. I think helps with that. I think that kind of makes it. That makes it better. I love that we made that change and our list is still up. This notepad it's so much better. I love it. Okay, Toxic Spikes. kind of. Like, we have, as I said, like, we're not going to have it activate on Glamora, and we have Hatterene to block it from other stuff, but if it goes up, we don't expect that could be pretty bad. What's the difference between a breaker and other types of attackers relatively new to the competitive scene? Good question. So there are a lot of types of attackers. There are cleaners, which are usually like fast Pokemon that aren't that strong, but if things are already weakened, they can kill them. Then there are breakers. Typically means these are the Pokemon that when your opponent's team is healthy, they are still threatening. Like, they are so powerful that even when your opponent has all of their Pokemon at 100% health, that Pokemon is a threat. Like, Weavile isn't real. It can be with Choice Band, but like a Heavy Duty Boots Weavile is not a breaker. Nobody is scared of a Heavy Duty Boots Weavile when their entire team is healthy. Everybody is scared of a Choice Specs Kyurem, even if their entire team is healthy. So that Choice Specs Kyurem would be something like a breaker. And then sweepers are usually Pokemon that set up and win that way, but aren't that threatening until they set up. So those are probably cleaners, sweepers, breakers. Those are the main ones. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Are we afraid of opposing Hatterene? A little bit. A little bit. I think we've got to put... I feel like we've got to put Nuzzle on our own to help with other Hatterene, because I could definitely see other Hatterene getting scary. Psyshock, I think, would help with that as well. We could maybe go Psyshock. Yeah. This kind of hurts to run that. I feel like this isn't the best option, but like I want to run Stored Power is the thing. Let's just run Stored Power, and we'll see if we end up regretting it. But that person asked, like, what if Blissey just starts clicking Calm Mind? Like, that's a totally valid question. We could go like Terra Ghost or something on Hatterene, but that just feels like such a bad Terra for Hatterene to be using that I just like, I kind of hate the idea. So let's go Psyshock. It'll have its advantages. It'll have its advantages. Toxic Spike's kinda... are there any other Calm Mind Pokemon? Like, let's look at this. Fortunately, Volcarona would have been a nightmare for this team. Thank heavens that's gone. That doesn't really use it. Clefable, we can outdamage that with... We can Nuzzle it, and then we've got Goldengo. Like, an unaware Calm Mind Clefable would pretty much be a nightmare, but that's... I mean, you can only do so much. And then we have Nuzzle plus Psyshock, too, so that's... kind of maybe can do something. CM Pokemon. It's like unaware Clef. Particulars concerning. CM Crown, I'm not that worried about. CM Ival. Nuzzle, probably the plan. Gold as well. I'm not too worried about that. Lando does not ever use Calm Mind. Opposing Raging... How worried am I about opposing Raging Bolt? Opposing Arbolt is actually pretty scary. I think I want to go... I think I want to go Timid on this guy. Oh, but that hurts to do. That hurts to do, but if we want to keep these 6, we need Timid on Bolt. Otherwise, opposing Raging Bolt is going to be just too much of a nightmare. I think we can keep an eye on it. Let's go Modest for the greed, and then if other Bolt prove to be an issue, then we can shift it. But no, it's going to be an issue. It will. It totally will. Is an Am really a breaker? Depends on the set. Like Scarf, no. Specs Moonblast, yeah. Metronome Gold is kind of funny. Please run that if it gets... Oh, and Metal Coat was always the plan on this. I didn't put the set in, but... Metronome? Okay, it doesn't get that. Not like... I certainly was not running it, even if it did, but it doesn't. Okay. CM Ival smokes us with Terra Ghost. Kind of. Like, we have Terra Poison Rye. We can Terra Steel the Gold. We've got... Like, it's... We'll see. We'll see. It might be bad. It might be bad. I don't think it will be. We'll say CM An Arclef, Ival, Arbold. We'll just put them in there. And nothing is running like Amnesia or any of that dumb stuff. Let's see, hold on. Let me slow down a little bit. Yeah, so we got the Crown we're not that worried about. Gark we're not worried about. We got Cloak, Gold I'm not worried about. Glamora, no. Gliscor is fine. Great Tusk is fine. Heatran's kind of annoying, but I don't think it's like we lose annoying. It's just annoying. Ival is King Gambit. I think we're pretty well. King Gambit kinda. Like we have tools. I think we'll be fine, but it's like a little dodgy. Wellspring, I think we're okay. Regular Ogerpon, I think we're okay. Petulant, we're super fine against. Bolt, we talked about that. Lecky is not a real Pokemon. Like, we are super weak to Lecky, but it's just not a real Pokemon. Like, we're not going to run into that. I mean, we might because of the buzz, but I'm not going to ignore a Pokemon that's going to be like NU in a couple months. Which I will do my best to make this guy viable, and I have not given up on Lecky, but I know everybody else will. And probably rightly so. Let's see, low kicks. Someone notes low kicks. I'm not tremendously worried about. Well, low kicks is low kicks kinda. All hyper offense kind of hates low kicks. I'd say like Zama Screens is probably the best hyper offense against low kicks. But yeah, it's not great. Yeah, low kicks low key kills everything on every offensive team, but you know, Gold is a 4 times resist, so we can definitely outplay low. It's not like an instant lose matchup. Some hyper offense teams are like they just low kicks loads up and they like smash their keyboard like it's over right there. That's not the situation we have on our hands at all. Yeah, it is weird that low kicks did kind of decrease in popularity, partly due to Petulant, which is weak to dark. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not... Low kicks is still really solid, though. And Zapdos not a problem. Wake is not a well, Wake. I mean, Wake's kind of scary. Sun teams are scary. But I don't see any issues that are like, we need to rebuild. So let's try this. Let's give this a go. So let's see. Terra type, let's go ground just in case we run into, like, we're never going to Terra this thing, but in case we run into a Lecky and it's getting scary, we can Terra ground this. Reflect, Roar, CC. This is my personal favorite set on this. Fast, bulky, works for me. We'll go booster. Still going to boost special attack, obviously, even though we're timid. Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, Thunderclap. One possibility is Draco Meteor on this bolt. That's definitely a possibility. It's only possible. Let's say Draco Bolt, because that, like, which sounds terrible, but it's because of how many other special attackers are on this team. Think how much that could, like, open things up. Also, I want to get some other ideas. I think Booster Spatak Moth is a cool idea. Booster Spatak Ival, I think, is another cool idea. Just like other strong special attackers. Draco Meteor on our Bolt. I'd say, what else is a possibility? Different gold set. I might be obsessing over Breaking Stall a little too much. Like maybe we're no, I'm not. I'm not going crazy. I'm gonna get rid of this. It's yeah, like everyone thinks they're okay against Stall until they face it, and then it's bad. Let's see. So Draco Meteor No Bolt. Stored power on hat. And Terra Ghost, right, is a possibility. To get past Blissey, which, you know, I'm not a huge fan of that idea, but it's not terrible. Are there any other changes? I think that's pretty much it for this version, at least. I don't see us doing any other modifications. I love Wisp on Rye, which helps with Kingambit too, but realistically, you have to run Ice Beam on a team like with this many Pokemon that desperately want Ting-Lu dead. So let's go, I think Leftovers on this is fine. We'll just go with a pretty classic Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse. Nothing wacky, nothing crazy. Let's just go with a standard Darkrai. We've got the set down for this. We've got this. We got Bolt down. Whoops. We'll put the 4 in defense. I feel like that's usually more helpful. Hatterene, Leftovers, and obviously Magic Bounce. The Terra type, let's go. I mean, Flying, I think because of Gliscor just being annoying. Flying, actually, that's another reason we need Ice Beam. Let me put that, like, do not remove Ice Beam on Rye. Important for Ting-Lu and Spadef. Gliscor, because sometimes I get these ideas, like I know I'm a super greedy person, so I want to run like a Wisp to get us past Clodsire and break a bunch of stuff, but it's like, no, it's not a good idea. We'll go, yeah, crazy late stream theoretically, or crazy early, actually in my usual time zone, but yeah, I'm in Asia, so it's, yeah. So for this, we'll go, how fast do we want this Hatterene? I feel like we want to outspeed other Hatterene. I'm willing to go pretty speedy on this fella. How speedy am I willing to go? Do we want to outspeed Ting-Lu? That's like really fast, but NASCAR Hatterene in the house here. Ting-Lu with, let me check Ting-Lu with 8 speed. I think that's one, yeah, that's going to be 128. So let's hit 129. Let's try, this is a lot of missing bulk, so we might totally regret this, but I want to try out the NASCAR Hatterene. We'll see how it goes. And this, you know, it gives us some other benefits, like Nuzzle. After Nuzzle, we outspeed more things, so, you know, we'll see. But I feel like outspeeding Ting-Lu is nice, because Ting-Lu is just such a pain. Like, so much of this team is designed around killing Ting-Lu. Most of all, the Skuldango. Recover, we'll just go, actually... These guys run Thunderbolt a lot, which is not necessarily a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Thunderbolt on gold. Actually, maybe we start with Thunderbolt. So let's do this. Let's start with Thunderbolt, because that's not what I usually go with, and if I'm not liking it, I'll switch. I think in building, it's always good to kind of start with the idea that you typically use, to kind of train yourself to, you know, expand a bit beyond your default. And let's just go max speed. I think speed's going to be important here. Terra Steel, make it rain, and I think that's it. I think we're good. Bad Dreams, Metal Coat, Leftovers, Magic Bounce, Nuzzle, Psyshock, yep. CM, screens. Okay, I think we are ready to go. I'm really hoping this does well. That'd be awesome. Someone tried to challenge me to a battle. Okay, so we're gonna toggle the notepad there. This notepad is great. Okay. NASCAR had it. Yeah, I've heard, like, when a few Pokemon I've heard they referred to as like NASCAR sets when they're like weirdly fast on a slow Pokemon. Like, I was watching my friend Tenebricite, who's got a smaller YouTube channel doing like just like tournament replays, which it's really nice. You should check it out. Just, yeah, he just you know, commentates over recent tour games and that he's done, and kind of usually live, like in battle. It's not like looking at the replay. Sometimes it's the replay, but usually it's in battle. And at some point, I think he was using like a Calm Mind Reuniclus, and a Pex comes in. And Reuniclus is EV'd to, like on these teams, it's always EV'd to outspeed Pex. Usually it's EV'd to outspeed even Pex that like creeps. Like it's quite a bit faster than Toxapex, so it can't be hazed. But then he was like worried about NASCAR packs, and I just thought that was hilarious. I love the term. What elo are we? We're what? Okay, what are we doing here? All right, okay, what are they doing here? Oh my gosh, okay. Our opponent might be good because they are using a really bad looking team, seemingly with some success. So good on them. Okay, I don't really know what to make of this. Hatterene looks amazing. Like, Hatterene looks like good game, so we definitely want to just get up screens and probably go Hatterene and start doing Hatterene stuff. Original NASCARmon was Hippowdon, I think. That's cool. I didn't know the lore. So yeah, Hatterene looks amazing. Braviary looks potentially pretty good, although this can hit it super effective even after Terra, so that's not great. But if we kill some stuff, that looks good. Bolt is obviously threatening. Nasty Plot Darkrai is like theoretically good. Like, Hatterene just looks broken though. That's really what we want to focus on here. So I want to lead with Zama, just get up screens, take it nice and simple. Okay, yeah, we get up a light screen first, for sure. Okay, so we could just roar this thing out of here. I think that's worthwhile. I think that's a fine use of this, because that's going to do 0 damage. We roar, that's the speed gone. Bolt comes out. I'm going to roar this too. I want to get this out of here immediately because this is a big threat to the team. Okay, and then so we could roar this, but I think that's a little much. I'm going to go into Goldengo instead. That roar is destroying this poor soul. Okay, that is not good news. We are not happy to see that at all. Physical, huh? Okay, well, oof. I'm surprised to see the knockoff come off there, even if it is physical, but I guess that makes sense. So we could sack this here. We could also go into Raging Bolt. Problem is, I think Raging Bolt is fine. Like, if they get in their Bolt, that could be scary, but it should be a knockoff coming off here. Yeah. And then, okay, I don't love that. I don't love the critical hit, because that makes, I think, Spirit Break kill now. I think that makes Spirit Break. Oh, no, it still doesn't kill. So we just T-Bolt here. CC comes out. We live that. We kill the Ibel. Cool. Please go into Raging Bolt here. That would be really awesome if you could do that. Okay, this comes out, which is like, all right. I'm trying to think, do we want to preserve Bolt? Is that worthwhile? Or do we, I think it honestly, it might be. Because it could Thunderclap this thing, which I think is what the angle they're going for here. So we could go Rye here. I think Rye is good. It can take this pretty well. We can just Dark Pulse here. We don't want a Nasty Plot because then it might sub up. Although it subs up on a Dark Pulse anyway, which is not good. It's not good. But it'll be at very low health to the point that Vacuum Wave could kill. And they go for D-Gleam. They don't go for the sub, so that's good news. So we can just Dark Pulse, finish them off here. If they wanted to Terra Fairy there, I would have been totally down for that, but they did not want to Terra Fairy, which makes sense. Okay, there's the shocks with, you guessed it, booster speed. That is not a surprise here. Probably this is a case where we sack our Goldengo. Hopefully hazards don't go up, and they don't. Good to see that. This is actually pretty threatening. We have to get up light screen here, I think, and then it's probably Hatterene time. Yeah, there's the spikes, and then let's get over Reflect. And then I think we go Hatterene and try to win from there. Okay, so that did way less than I expected, and we're just going to go Hatterene here. We're going to switch it in, get it in right away. Hopefully not get paralyzed by any Thunderbolts or any critical hits or any nonsense like that. Okay, instantly, there we go. Let's Calm Mind here. Dude, that is so annoying. Like, come on, man. So this is 208. Actually, we have to Draining Kiss first. Oh my god, dude. 20. We have to DK. That is just so irritating. Like, why did that go the way it went? Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Can we Calm Mind yet? 23. I don't think we can. This is so... That was so bad, dude. Oh my god. If we could have just calm minded a bit first before the critical hit, that would have been fine too, because we would have just draining kissed and healed it all back. Like we have to just spam D-kiss. That's all we can do, and we get paralyzed, dude. All right, this is just a tragedy. Like, this is so bad. That was terrible. And here's the bolt, right? Like, of course, here's the bolt coming in to do its dirty business. Let's see. And yeah, I mean, it's Thunderbolt. I think we can afford to Calm Mind here. Okay, that's at least good. We got that. So it's Thunderbolt is not likely to kill here. So our Psyshock will do more than D-Kiss, and I don't think our D-Kiss will heal enough. Okay, no, it does heal enough. So we D-Kiss here. Please, how did you die? +1. What were you at? 46? Okay, they just got a max roll. Cool. Now that's fair. That's fair. That's deserved. Let's light screen here. It's going to have to be Xerxes that gets us out of this. Or if they get greedy here, we can maybe Terra Ground and Roar. But I'm not even sure that's like a valid approach. 177. Oh no, hold on. +1 is, okay, that is outspeeding bolts, so that's good. Okay, we're going to... Yeah, we have to Terra Ground Roar and hope they don't... okay, they went for T-Bolt, so like that's something, I guess. We're going to sack Tusk here. Like, we're still in serious, serious trouble. Make no mistake about it. Oh, I was looking at Thunderclap. Okay, no, I'm bad then. So I got cut off, so I thought that... Okay, no. Yeah, you're right. Hatterene was always dying there, so that was just a full-on mistake on our part. Okay, on my part, excuse me. We Calm Mind. We have to Calm Mind. It's Terra Ice, yeah. Okay. All right, dude. Okay, this, yeah. I mean, I'll say GG. That obviously sucked. We got... I mean, I don't know. It's like Hatterene should have won the game. And then it got turn 1 critical hit. Like, I was like, this... We win unless... And then it instantly happened. And that was just... That sucked a lot. Yeah, if we didn't get, like... And then there was the mistake with dealing with the bolt, too. I should have D-kissed right away. Or no, I should have just, I think, clicked Psyshock. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to try to move on from that. That super, super sucked. No, at 44, it's outspeeding. It's hitting 350 at +2 is the thing. Okay. I'm going to try to move on from that. That game was terrible, and the luck was terrible. Let's kick it off with... I think we kick it off with Hatterene here. No, actually, let's start with Zama. Volcanion. Okay, let's light screen. Okay, they didn't burn. That's cool. Let's reflect. Okay, didn't burn again. Let's go Bolt. Bolt looks really good here. And it sets up on Volcanion. Okay, we get burned there. Can't really complain about that. That's fine. Calm Mind, yeah. We're going... Like, you don't kill. So we're just going to Dragon Pulse. I mean, okay, let me check loaded dice scale shot. Okay, no, even 5 hits doesn't kill, so we're fine. Unless you get a critical hit. Okay, it did not get a critical hit, ladies and gentlemen. We're in. Screens players deserve it, low-key. Okay, I mean, I don't know what you... that's a weird take. I feel like Screens is a not that hateable of an archetype. I don't mind playing against it. It's like pretty clear what to do. Okay, I'm going to Dragon Pulse. I'm never going to let this thing set up. And it was seemingly pretty surprised by the set we were. I'm also surprised by the set it is. Nobody runs that. Wonder if we can Calm Mind up on this, actually. I'm going to go for it. Why not? What can this thing do? Okay, knockoff? Yeah, that did not do anything. Let's Calm Mind. Blaze Kick. Oh, now I'm scared. Let's roost here. What are the odds of Blaze Kick burning? When do we kill Darkrai with Vacuum Wave is the next question. Okay, we need 2 more. I think we can get that. High critical hit, though. Well, let's just do this. Let's just do that quickly. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, this is a play I've never seen before. This is a new maneuver. Let's Terra Fighting an Esper Wing, because this thing surely Terras. Yeah, there we go. Sick. Not a hard read, that one. Okay, they click Sucker Punch again. Fair enough. So let's check that damage on Zama. Yeah, that definitely is not specs. We should just be able to Esper Wing this twice and kill it. The reason I'm not... Okay, now we'll roost, because I was going to say it might be AV, and that's the point at which we roost. But the reason I was just attacking outright instead of roosting before is because I did not want to risk unnecessary critical hits. So we're going to Esper Wing now. We want to minimize the odds of critical hits happening here. That is definitely a key skill on screens teams, is just trying to make sure that doesn't happen. So we're super fast now. Corviknight comes out. I think, how much is Brave Bird doing? So it's doing like 50. So we can actually roost and scout if this thing is Brave Bird. And it is. Which is fine. I'm trying to think if we just go for the kill here, or if we try like some other shenanigans. I mean, excuse me, not kill. We definitely won't kill. Let's just go for the Esper Wing damage. I think that's fine. And then... So they haven't used... Oh, they used Terra. No, they used Terra on Kingambit. So we can just go Zama here, close combat twice. Only way this doesn't go well is if they are Scarf Rai. And, you know, if they're Scarf Rai, well, we can just kill it with the remaining Pokemon. So, yeah, it was Scarf, turns out, but they did not get the flinch. That's a quick GG. Good game. Okay, nice. Braviary did well. Good stuff. When are we building and battling with Eviolite Sandshrew in SVOU? Yeah, I mean, if someone makes a $500 donation, sure, I'll build whatever. I'll do it. Yeah, I will, and I won't interrupt the usual stream, because for money, I don't want to ever like make the channel worse. But I will do an extra stream with whatever wacky Pokemon you want. I'm not suggesting you take that deal. I think that's kind of crazy, but if you want to do it, I'm down. Okay, so we got a Operation Glamora kind of situation here. But Hatterene looks really good though, so I'm not sure I want to like use it clicking Psyshock on the Glamora, you know? We could lead with... No, I was going to say we could lead with Braviary, and then I realized no, there's a whole Tinglu there, so we are not doing that. Could lead Rai. Rai is not bad here. And then there is just the option of Hatterene. Just like doing it, saying, okay, I'm going to click Psyshock on you. Trying to think what the best angle is here. I think Rai is the right angle. I don't think Rocks being up is bad to the point we... And then there's also the chance of flinch, but I don't think it's bad to the point that we have to... No. We can wait a little bit, maybe pretend like we're going to switch to Hatterene. We're not, but I was hoping like Glamora teams Hatterene wouldn't look great against because they're normally hyper offense, but this is a weird case where it's like a Glamora balance. You really don't see that every day. All right, let's go for it. Okay, Ival comes out with booster speed right away. Okay, right out the gate. I'm hoping Braviary can take... It cannot take 2 Moonblast. That's a really bad calc to see. I think we can go gold here. It doesn't look... I mean, it looks pretty good, but I think gold is fine. And why does it always get knocked off, dude? Okay, well, that sucks. Do we do the Bolt maneuver again? I don't think we do. Let's go Braviary here. Why did that critical hit? Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, okay, let's vacuum wave for a little bit of damage. Let's go in here and Calm Mind for the Tinglu. This is just so irritating. I don't know. It's Dragon Pulse. We go for the read. Okay, we got the read. Like, we didn't do that much. That is just infuriating, guys. It just keeps happening. I mean, okay. It is what it is. Let's see what we can do about this. Let's go Zama here. And I think I'm going to... No, I can't throw off an attack because then, yeah. Let's go for a light screen here. And they did just... Okay, they Whirlwind. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's all right. I'm going to make it rain. Okay, and they attack. That's good. That also went the way we were hoping. I think now we go Darkrai and Ice Beam. I think that kills. Okay, yes. Ice Beam kills. So we go Darkrai and we Ice Beam here. And now we're in a pretty scary spot. Okay, I'm hoping this isn't physical, but I feel like it is going to be physical. Let's throw off a Dark Pulse and just kind of see what this thing... Okay, clicked Freeze Dry. I am nasty plotting here. Please don't freeze me. Please don't... Come on. Don't do it. Okay. Okay. Okay, they're stalling out, which is fair. Yeah, that's fair. But we're well positioned. This is looking good. Yeah, I'll Ice Beam. Okay, they Thunderclap. Doesn't kill. They go down. This puts us in a bit of an awkward spot. For sure. Because if it's the set I think it is, which is just the standard variant. Yeah, we don't want to let this go down here. So I'm going to do a bit of an interesting maneuver here. Okay, that's not a typical move. I wonder if this is like Scarf or something. Let's click Light Screen. Mortal Spin. Okay, that's fine. I think we go Hatterene here to block the Stealth Rock. Darkrai is at the percentage where it does not... Okay, that's... Please don't poison. Okay, good. Let's Psyshock here. Okay, we don't die again. Good. Okay, Mortal Spin. All right, now time to check Darkrai. How much we're going... If we Terra Poison here, how much are we taking from like an Earth Power? Too much. Okay, so... How much is Moltres doing to us? I think this is the play. They have not Terra'd yet, which we got to be aware of. Let's go for the Ice Beam here. Maybe they'll think we don't have the attack that kills it. I think we Scout Terra with Zama. Okay. Good call. Moltres comes out, which is really weird to see there. I don't think even Brave Bird kills, so I think I just Terra Poison Nasty Plot here for the like U-turn damage. We don't die, which is good to see. Okay, they do indeed U-turn. Eyeball comes out. Everything should just die now to Dark Pulse. Cool. Okay, GG. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was a solid win. That was, I think, very well handled in that endgame. I'm pretty proud of how I played that endgame. I think a lot of people would have stayed in on that Glamora with Darkrai there and lost that. So I'm proud of that one. Let's see. I'm trying to think like how this went so wrong. Ival is being like kind of a thorn in our side. Although that sucked. That did suck. But like that took more than I would have thought though. So here's what I should have known. No. Here's what I should have known. Against this thing, even with an item, like whatever, boots, critical hit, that's how much a critical hit is doing from a mixed set. So when I saw that do 75, I should know, oh, well, no. So no, if that didn't critical hit, that would have done like a little under half, and it would not have, if it did have Moonblast, it wouldn't have killed because it would have been fully attack invested. So normally Braviary is a solid Ival switch in if it's physical, at least. But let me make a note here. Blast. Okay. Okay. Nice. Let's go for another one. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. Okay, HF. All right, so 1 HF. I don't know where that. Oh no, it's because we like the stream button. I have it hotkeyed, I think is what they call it, to 1. All right, so I think we can kick it off with Darkrai here and just try to smoke Landorus with an Ice Beam is probably my thought process. As far as what sweeps here, I'm kind of torn. Like Raging Bolt looks kind of good. Goldengo could do this. Honestly, I'm not loving this matchup. I wanted to see like more like really like hyper offense, but this is kind of like the bulky offense here is scary. It's scary. But I think we kick it off with Rye, and we'll just kind of have to, I think, just play aggressively and kind of see what ends up working. If we can kill the gold, then Xerxes is looking amazing. But let's kick it off with Rye. Okay, and we just see Kyurem instantly. Darkrai is theoretically kind of important here, but I don't think we really have a choice. We have to play this one aggressively, so I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse. Maybe we get a flinch. Maybe we see that this is a more defensive substitute set. Given it's with a Glow King, I'm thinking we're looking at a Specs Kyurem, but I can't afford to switch out on it. Okay, so that's fortunate. And we see no item revealed. So I'm thinking now I'm really confident this is Specs. So I want to go into Goldengo because I don't think you click Earth Power here. Yeah, you go and they miss. That is really unfortunate. Really happy to see that though. We absolutely, of course, take those. Could just go for a Make It Rain and damage the King Gambit. Could go for a Nasty Plot and then potentially kill the King Gambit with Terra Steel Make It Rain. Is that a good play? That is the question. Is killing King Gambit with the Terra Steel Make It Rain a good play? I kind of don't think so. I think we just throw off a regular Make It Rain. Okay, Slowking, that is gotta be AV, right? Yeah, that did. How much did that do to this thing? 42. Okay, this is AV. So I think we Nasty Plot here as this thing goes for probably like a Flamethrower or something. And then, oh, you use Sludge Bomb, which is awesome to see. Love that. Let's go for a big Make It Rain here. King Gambit comes in. That is going to die to another one of these, which is so funny. And we see Leftovers. So yeah, Sucker Punch has a very small chance to kill. And okay, we are just, it's good. It's a good day for Gold. It's a good day to be a gold. I mean, every day is a good day to be a gold. Let's be real. But okay, so this thing's on the field now, staring down the barrel of a potential knockoff. And gold, because of just how much damage it did, just kind of got a lot better. So I'm thinking we go Bolt here is fine. Okay, we see that. So I'm going to Calm Mind here, I think is the right move. I expect Glow King to enter. Dragon Pulse looks pretty free against their team, which is nice. So Let's think here. So this is probably modest. Based on, yeah, how much it did to gold. So I think the best play is just to... Thunderbolt's a little greedy. We can just Dragon Pulse twice, I think is fine. Yeah, okay, maybe Thunderbolt was the play. In retrospect, that was a lot closer than I thought, to be honest with you. I feel like Rye here is just completely unmanageable for my opponent. We can just go in and click Dark Pulse, and something's pretty much has to die. I think King Gambit's not taking 2 of those. Yeah, I don't think you're taking 2 of these. Yeah, oh, you're super not taking 2 of these. We could... I'm going to pause a little bit and kind of, like, be like, oh, am I going to click Nasty Plot? I'm thinking about it. Would I ever consider doing a vid where I review viewer replays? I already did, but it was a while ago, so I might try that again. But I don't know, I feel like that's not great content. I'm not sure, though. Let's go for Dark Pulse now. Okay, they called it out. They were like, nah, there's no way you go for Nasty Plot, which is fair. It's a fair call. I don't think you're double specs. Yep. Like, there's no way. There's no way you're running a Specs Kyurem and a Specs Pult. Give me another Pokemon. Cool. Critical hit didn't matter. Obviously, we outsped. Should just be another U-turn coming out here. Could go for Terra Poison. That's insanely greedy, so we're not going to do that. But I think Zama's fine. Yeah. Okay, critical hit there probably doesn't matter. Chip isn't great, but shouldn't really matter. Okay, we'll go for the light screen here. Okay. And I'll go for the Reflect. They'll probably get up rocks. I think that's all right. Okay, the U-turn. That's even better. Happy to see that. And okay, they're trying to restore this. I think this is the point of the game where we go into the bird. Okay, how much is Hex doing if you status me? That's doing a ton. How is Hatterene taking 2 of these? It super isn't. That's kind of funny in like a sad sort of way. I think we can go Rye here. Okay, Shadow Ball on deck. All right, that's good to know. And that is definitely Infiltrator, unfortunately. So you are Specs. Hold up. Yeah, that has to have been Specs to kill. Darkrai. That's not good news, folks. Yeah, that's not good news. Okay. So there's the Hatterene Terra Flying play, which I think is probably our best approach here. Terra Flying Nuzzle. If Slowking comes in, we spam Calm Mind like there's no tomorrow, which there will not be if this doesn't go well. Okay. We survive, we nuzzle, awesome. I think we do want to... Do we want to preserve this? But like at what cost? Zama? No. So we D-Kiss now. Okay, that's nice. I mean, like a little bit of chip certainly never hurts. Is Hatterene now worth preserving? I'm thinking like maybe gold, but gold is what we finish this thing off with. So no, it's still not worth preserving. Yeah, all we need is 1 Esper Wing, and I think we're in the clear. Okay, they sack Pult, so that definitely works too. They don't know we're Cloak. I think they're going to try to status us, and they won't be able to, which is really nice. So I think the play here, I just Nasty Plot. We're going to sack this. Yeah, like that's fine. We'll go for the Make It Rain here. Cool. Light screen. Yeah, like the fact that we can't get poisoned is just incredible. We'll Reflect. They'll probably get up rocks. Yeah, that's like mildly annoying, but it's not a big deal.
I think they U-turn here, so I'm going to CC as they U-turn, because I didn't want them to, and now we switch into the bird, because I think you guys understand what I didn't want. Okay, Future Sight, that's fine. I think we Esper Wing, we instantly want to get this speed going. I'll Calm Mind here. And that Sludge Bomb did 0. We have to hope we don't get critical hit. I'll go for an Esper Wing. Okay, now we Roost. And they are going to be wondering why they're getting such bad luck. Okay, so now we keep a look on the critical hit. So this is modest, I'm pretty sure, based on the damage. Okay, so critical hit is killing us. Yeah, I'm going to answer the question, am I Cloak? Why would I do that? Okay, let's Calm Mind here. Okay, so Sludge Bomb critical hit is doing a lot. We can't really defend against that. Just say so I can FF. Nope, not going to do that because there's the critical hit. Okay, that didn't do as much as I thought though, so we're actually totally fine if that's how much critical hit is doing. Yeah, we want to burn another Roost here. We want to Calm Mind again. Landorus comes out. We Esper. I think Esper Wing should kill here. Maybe not, actually. That's kind of wild. We go for it anyway. It's fine. Okay, yeah, it's gonna barely survive. We Roost here. Defend against critical hits. I think we're at the point at which we just spam the attack. Get critical hit again. That's not so good. Let's Roost. And I think we Roost again, and then we spam attacks. Okay, cool. We should be good now. All right, GG. Yeah, like, why would I might face you again. I don't understand people that like, no, I'm not going to tell you my team. Sorry. I mean, that's like, okay. It's pretty normal. Okay, 3-1. We're doing well. The poll was scary. You know what I wonder is, like, Terra Normal Hat for Pult could be nasty. There it is. I was looking for this. Terra Normal Hat for Pult. And then we might want to remove that. Yeah, we're winning. I mean, Braviary absolutely went and pulled through there. You got to give it up for that. Okay, this is a weird looking squad. So the good thing is, Petrarunt is horrible for Hatterene to deal with because Parting Shot can force it out at any time. So that makes Hatterene not as good as a sweeper, but it makes it really good as a lead because everything here either hates Nuzzle or Draining Kiss. Everything hates it, and the only thing that would be a good lead into Hatterene here that is fine with it is probably the Petrarunt. And well, maybe the Feretris would not be so fun either, but these guys do run Gyro Ball, don't they? Yeah, that's but we're so slow. But it'll be minimum speed, which this calc I don't think is showing. Yeah, because unfortunately we're really fast Hatterene. Relaxed. Yeah, I don't think that's a valid calc. I'm going to pull this up. Terrible. Okay, that's the real set we're looking at. And our Hatterene is how much speed? It goes up to 129. Ooh. I just see the Gyro Ball damage ticking up. Okay, that's... Oh, no, that is 32. Oh, no, that's 31 IV in speed, 0. That is... Okay, 43 BP. Never mind. Feretris can't touch us either. So yeah, Hatterene leads well into everything except Petrarunt, and if it's a Petrarunt lead, we go into Goldango. So let's do it. Let's kick it off. Okay, awesome. Do we comp? Let's just Nuzzle. Let's just... Well, hold on. If we paralyze this thing, I think that affects Gyro Ball damage. Yeah, if we paralyze it, that makes things rough. So let's actually Calm Mind instead. Okay. All right, well, let's go gold here, because I don't think you click a hazard here. I think that'd be a really weird play. If they click T-Spike here, like, we lose. Good to play on that. But I don't think you click a hazard here. I feel like you go for, like, Rapid Spin or something. That's a really fast Feretris also. Shout out to that. Braviary is Cloak because Cloak is just kind of good on him. Fresh Oatmeal sent me set and said Cloak was good, and the experience I'm having is that it is. I mean, it saved us that last game. Okay, well that honestly, yeah, that works just fine too. Let's go for a big Make It Rain. We'll find out here if this is a, well actually no, we'll probably find out later if this is a speedy Petrarunt or not. We got Fresh Oatmeal in the chat. It's been, okay, we did find out here, but I think it dies, yeah. Okay, so Petrarunt is gone, which is fine news, honestly. Not really good news, not really bad news. I don't feel a need to let this die here. I'm going to go into Zamazenta. And, like, it should just be a Dark Pulse coming off. Not, okay, that's actually pretty bad. Yeah, we did not want to lose screen, so that was a smart play. That was maybe a little, maybe I should have sacked, like, Hatterene in retrospect, but that helps with the hazard situation, so I'll say that was maybe not a bad play. I'm just going to close combat here, just hit something. Okay, I am really feeling the Custap possibility here, so I'm going to sack Hatterene. Yep, it was Custap Berry. And oh, yes, sirree. Okay, that felt good. All right, so Rapid Spin does not kill us here. It might go for Spin. It might go for Rocks again. I think I'm just going to Dekiss. Yep, it went for Rocks again. Called it. Okay. You know, the haters, if that wasn't Custap area there, everyone would have been saying I was playing scared. I was playing bad. I shouldn't have done that. And it worked. Like, it worked, like, incredibly. Okay, Hatterene, I think, is actually, because we could potentially do some Terra Flying BS, so I think Goldengo is the least valuable Pokemon here. So down it goes to the Cudgel. Probably just Zama. Reflect seems fine. Wish we still had our Light Clay, obviously, but Zama Reflect here is fine. Okay, booster speed. I think this is the time of the game where we go into Braviary. Yeah, I think we Calm Mind up. So this is the part where we have to decide if we want to Terra this thing. Which, like, if we want to stay in here, we kind of have to. I think we do. Let's go. It's a Hisuian Braviary stream. Let's do it. We can't get flinched by that, by the way, which I just love to see. And let me check the Esper Wing. Well, this thing could Terra on us, and then Ivy could, which we actually don't take that much from, which is insane. Let's go for another one. And if they Terra the Ogerpon, then the D-Knight can't Terra. How do you get the Team Analyzer thing? It is a Chrome extension. Link is in the description. Very nice extension by Surf and Wob, and it has even a notepad attached to it, which is so nice. Saves your stuff across sessions, and it's like size adjustable. It's great. Okay, that's not good. Let's vacuum wave this thing, I guess. What else can we do? Taunt though? Like, that's not a thing. Like, that is ridiculous. Absolutely zero human beings are running that except for this one individual. Dragon. Okay, I'm super down to Esper Wing here, actually. Like, we're kind of chilling with this situation. I feel like that's a very weird play on my opponent's part. And our vacuum wave kills. Now, the question is, do we want to go for a vacuum wave? Because the great thing is due to tinted lens, right? I think we do. I think we go for a vacuum wave. Okay. The problem now is we do not speed Ogre Pawn. So... yeah, and with Terra Cudgel, they do kill us. So I think we vacuum wave here is the play. Yeah, and they even likely kill without it. So yeah, we vacuum wave here. Actually, though, yeah, no, vacuum wave is fine. Cudgel comes out, kills us, cool. But then we go Zama, right? And we just reflect here, and we're looking really good. Oh, yeah, fresh up. It's been great. The bird has been popping off. It's been, I mean, like, it completely saved one of the games, and it's been generally, like, pretty consistently performing well. So I've been really impressed with it. I think we go hard Darkrai here. Okay, so I don't think a CC does not kill. So we Ice Beam here. Even a close combat does not kill us here. Their Rye comes in. Okay, I think we sack Hat, go Bolt, I want to say. Or no, what am I doing? We can just go, well, yeah, I'll just Sludge Bomb. Okay, why are you Focus Blast? This is the, like, make it make sense. What are you doing here? What are you cooking? Okay, I mean, I should have gone Zama to begin with, but okay, okay, they missed both. All right, let me just CC. We'll just kill this quickly. Okay, let's reflect, and then we'll roar this thing out so it can't do any bulk up, some heinous bulk up stuff. Okay, that actually... we can go Hatterene here, I think. That's a super expendable Pokemon. Let's go Zama. Let's CC. Something has to die here. Yeah, this is the, like, I can't even, the brain of someone to create this, like, you've got to be more than a little insane. Something's got to be going on. Like, you have to, yeah. Actually, this puts us in a bit of an awkward situation with the Tusk. I'm actually going to, okay, I'm actually going to sack Hatterene here. Okay, or you're going to do that. But yeah, I'm going to go for the D-Kiss here. Yeah, that's fine. Then I'm going to go Zama. Then we CC here. Because I don't want us to lose Reflect as the Great Tusk can get off a Rapid Spin, because then if it's Headlong Rush CC, that becomes a problem. Yeah, so we Reflect here. Okay, and I can just CC here. No problems there. Okay, cool. Rapid Spin is fine. We go Rye, we click. I think Sludge Bomb is the optimal move here. Covers the Wellspring switch, which they shouldn't do. Oh, they did. They swapped Wellspring in. Okay. And that's GG. We are 4-1. We are 4-1, and the one we lost was RNG. Which, I mean, like, critical hits happen with screens, but that was the worst critical hit at the worst time. Okay, this team, okay, we're facing, I think this is top 3. Are you rank 1? Top 3. So we're facing, and that's 1944 is top 3. Okay, ladder is super deflated right now. All right. I forget what these sets are. I feel like it's an unaware clef, which might just be... like, I feel like there's a lot of scary stuff on this team that I do not like to face, generally. But I feel like Raging Bolt can maybe be good. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I never want to face here. The Pult, we got the H. Like this is just like a big screens nightmare. Let's lead Hatterene. I think we can kick it off with that, and then let's Nuzzle. I'm pretty sure this Dragapult is banded. At least it was in the past. Also, Fresh Oatmeal, could you let us know in chat what the 244 speed is for? I thought it was outspeeding base 350s at +2, but is there anything special that the 44 speed on Braviary is for? Okay, I think we go... Part of me wants to Calm Mind here. Let me go gold. Okay, we didn't get punished. Let's T-Bolt here. Let me T-Bolt. Probably the H-Rock coming in, right? Okay, they stay in. I'm going to Nasty Plot now. We'll see. I might regret this. Okay, we got that. Okay, Flamethrower, so we see AV come out. This will still die, though. So Make It Rain, big Make It Rain in the house here. Atrot, I don't think you live. I'm going to be honest. You might. You don't live. Atrot dies to Make It Rain, folks. Goldango in the freaking house. That is a huge kill to get. Atrot is super annoying for this team. Not because it, like, kills everything, but because it can't be stopped by Hatterene, and it just gets up spikes. So that is a really, really, really nice kill to get. Very happy about that one. The only way this thing can kill me is with a Ghost move. I think I go Rye here. We'll see if we get like a CBU turn, then that blows. But okay, so we see that is, I think that's specs confirmed. Yeah, that is specs confirmed. Which, that's rough. So we want to keep our Darkrai healthy, ideally then. Let me, how do we respond to that? Yeah, specs Pult is an issue. Let's get that right on the pad. Notes. That's scary. Like, we could Nasty Plot and theoretically wipe the team, but I don't think that's how this is going to go. So, okay, let's... if we can get Hatterene and Calm Mind and, like, Terra... But then, I don't know. Let me just throw off a Dark Pulse here. I think that's a fine play. Okay. See leftovers come out. Yeah, should just be, I'm guessing, like a knockoff here, probably. I feel like we can go gold. I don't think this thing's gonna set rocks here. That would surprise me. Okay, yeah, it clicks knockoff, which makes sense. I'm going to actually just go immediately for the Make It Rain here, which is a bit of a weird play, but okay. That's, I don't love to see that. That is, so we got confirmation this is not a Spadef Corv, which is a surprise to me. That is news. I'm going to recover. Should just be a U-turn into Pult, and then we can go into Rye. Okay, Tusk comes in. That's interesting. I feel like we go Xerxes here. I feel like a Headlong. Yep, let's Calm Mind up now. I don't think a hard Pult will happen here. I feel like you should be afraid of like Life Orb, Sheer Force nonsense. Yeah. Oh, this is good. This is ideal situation. This thing starts clicking Sludge Bomb, trying to poison us. That is the dream scenario. Okay, let's run a calc on that to get an idea of what this thing is. Modest. Oh, that's modest max to be doing that much. So if critical hit happens, that sucks. Let's hope, like, we need a critical hit not to happen right here. Okay, it didn't happen. That's huge. Let's Roost. Critical hit, odds of killing here. 12.5% chance of crit kills here, so pretty unlikely. We can roost again. I'm really hoping this Clefable isn't unaware at this point. That would make me really sad. I don't think even a head smash kills. It doesn't. Let's, but then that would do a ton though. Let's Esper Wing. I think it's just gonna be an Ice Spinner. Yeah, which didn't do that much. Cool. Dragapult comes in. We super tank this with Terra Fighting. I mean, this is going to be, it's probably going to Terra. Terra Ghost, Shadow. Okay. Oh no, but that's without our Terra Fighting. For a second, I was like, how did that do so much? Yeah, we just do we Esper Wing right off the bat, or we probably do. I think we Esper Wing immediately just so it doesn't have any chances to critical hit us. And that kills, right? Let's just confirm. Yeah, that does indeed kill. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, there's the Terra Ghost. Don't get a critical hit right here. It did not get a critical hit. Down it goes. Yeah, the Covert Cloak has been absolutely popping off. I think we roost here. Psyshock. How much is Psyshock doing? So yeah, Psyshock, it won't change anything for us to roost. Yeah, we can mess around a little bit more, fish for some paras. We get a para, beautiful. Now I think we just Esper Wing here. I think this will be a 2-hit KO. Not quite. Okay, so we fish a little more. Okay, now, hold on, can it do 59? Yeah, I can. So let's Esper Wing here. If we get a para, great. If not, that's fine too. We do not. Okay, that's totally okay. You did amazing. We go into Bolt, we CM here, and that should be a wrap unless this Clefable is Calm Mind Unaware. Let's hope not. Knockoff would be weird. Actually, no, they do run that on Calm Mind Unaware sometimes. Okay, let's T-Bolt now. Let's see. It is not Calm Mind Unaware, folks. That is a 5-0 on a top 3 player. GG. And the key winner, the key component of that was Braviary. Braviary has saved several games now. That is a huge win. We are, what's our record now? We are 5-1. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta like the stream for this. This has been a massively successful stream. Fresh oatmeal. You were correct. This Braviary is fire. It is flames. Pinka Chat is too unstimulated. Needs some Minecraft parkour Subway Surfers gameplay. Yeah, the cloak is actually going crazy. Like, I doubted the cloak. I asked Fresh Oatmeal. I was like, why is this thing running cloak? Like, let's be greedy. Let's run, like, leftovers or something. But no, this cloak is the move. Yeah, Braviary's been solid. I mean, and let's like, the one game it was, like, bad, like, legitimately bad, was because it got critical hit instantly. Which is going to happen sometimes. But it didn't happen there. And we're facing a Gmolt, so Braviary is not very good. And it's another Dragapult, because that's how we do things here. Although that might be a Screens Bolt, looking at this team. I think it actually is a Screens Bolt, so that's good. That's definitely good. Okay. I don't love the Ursaluna being a thing. I don't love that. I don't know how to approach this. We could start with Rye and then Nasty Plot as the Pult clicks light screen, but then I feel like that just invites in the Moltres. We could set our own screens is an angle. We could go... The problem, if we lead Hat and then try to Nuzzle, we're asking for them to just hard switch into Luna. How versatile is Braviary, though? Is it only going to work on this team? It's not versatile at all. It's not a versatile Pokemon. It needs very specific support. There's a reason it's in, like, whatever, like RU or what Pokemon is this? There's a reason it's in PU, right? It's not like... I'm shocked it's that low, to be honest, but, like, there's... It's PU for a reason. Okay, so this is an awkward game. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna turn on the AC. I thought I was sweating because I was gaming so hard. In reality, it is really hot in here. Okay. I don't know if you hear that whoosh, but it is working now. Okay. I really like Goldengo here. There's just like, there's no great solution to this lead conundrum, which is fine. Like, there isn't always a great solution. I want to keep Raging Bolt for later, so that's definitely not the play. Braviary is not that good in general, so it's not, I don't think it's going to be that helpful here. I think the right play is a Rye lead. The question is, do we I think we Dark Pulse immediately. I feel like chip on this is going to be, well, does chip on this matter? Maybe it doesn't. Let's Nasty Plot here on the light screen, and then we'll Ice Beam the next turn. I think that seems good. Moltres isn't as much of a problem as you'd think. It's a problem for our guy, for sure. But I don't think it's generally as much of a problem as you'd think. Let's go for the Ice Beam here. Yep, there's the... Okay, that U-turn did a chunk more than I thought it would. That is... Okay, we catch the Molt coming in. It gets the berry, unfortunately. Like, I mean, it probably has Hurricane, right? We could just Ice Beam again. That does make Braviary a lot more feasible to sweep. As much as I like Darkrai here, I think we have to... Okay, they switch for... I cannot conceive of why they would switch there. I'm really happy to see that. I'm really surprised, but really happy to see that. It's going to be Stealth Rock here. Are we okay with that? I don't think we are. I'm going to go into Hatterene. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Let's Nuzzle here. If it's Take Heart, we can... Actually, no, hold on. No, we don't do that. We go Zama, because it might be a Heart or Saluna here from them, and if it does set up, we can Light Screen with Zama. So, yeah, we do not that. Not what I just said. We do the other thing. Really happy they swapped out Moltres, though. Maybe it was Mono Fiery Wrath. Could be a possibility. Okay, that's fine. Let's Light Screen here ourselves, and we are going to Roar this thing. Let's get this thing out of here. That did a chunk, but we're okay. I thought that is a really fortunate thing to drag out. It's going to knock off the gold again, isn't it? It's what it's done every time. That's all it does. It's all it seems to do. But at the same time, I feel like gold is the right play here. No, the right play is Xerxes. Good thing we didn't go... The good thing we didn't go into that again. Let's Esper Wing. Let's just go for it here. If they go into Gmolt, on one hand, it's like, okay, yeah, that totally shuts us down, but it's also not that threatening with its Citrus Berry gone without any boost at the percentage is at. And of course, then their boost is gone with Ival, so our Darkrai is now actually looking really promising. Wait, the other Braviary form is higher than Hisuian? That's insane. I think we go Raging Bolt if the Molt comes in. Oh, we get Dragapult. That I'm super happy to take an Esper Wing on that. Yeah, that works for me. And we get it disabled instantly. Okay, that kind of sucks. They leave. They left the game. They said I'm out. Okay. Let's how do we respond to this situation? I really wish Esper Wing didn't get disabled there. That sucks. I would have been super down to Calm Mind here. Oh well. Well, I mean, we still can. I guess. Technically. Should we do that? Or is there a better angle? I think that's fine, honestly. This Pokemon is just so not helpful here. We can Roost now. And Ursaluna comes in. Well, I probably should have checked that calc before I went down this route. But, okay, that's not right at all. Why is this doing so little? Oh, it's not burned yet. But I still think we live that count based on that. Okay, it clicked Kurt. That is... I'm glad we stayed in with Braviary. That is super worthwhile. We should Calm Mind again here, I think, because... Yeah, that's nice. I'm happy with that. Because now we don't live in Ursaluna hit, not in a million years. But we can go for like a vacuum wave, do a chunk to it. Okay, or this. I think, let's check that Darkrai damage. What did we click against it? It was a +2 Ice Beam when this thing was under light screen. So it's going to be, how much does Ice Beam do? Okay, so this is an offensive Glamora. Then wait, no, hold on, +2. Ah, it's a bulky Glamora, I think. So we Esper Wing here. But yeah, they go G-Molt, which makes sense. I think this is just a Bolt situation. I think we just go into this. Okay, so it's going for the boost, which is kind of insane. I respect it. I totally respect the greed. Let's Calm Mind here. If they want to go Ursaluna, I think we honestly Terra Ghost. I feel like that's the play. Because that's one of the few remaining, like, big threat. Well, no, Hatterene's pretty... I mean, excuse me, Manaphy's pretty threatening. Yeah, they did go Luna. We could preserve Bolt and go into Xerxes. I think the play is that we do the Terra Ghost plan, and I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse here. We critical hit instantly. We definitely take those. We absolutely take those every single day of the week. We take those. Like the stream for Raging Bolt, doing what it's here to do. That was very fortunate. I mean, I think we were in a good spot this game, even without that. Like, Dragon Pulse plus Flame Orb damage plus Headlong Rush dropping, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that would have put it into range of... Unless we got terrible rolls, that would have put it into range of dying to the next one. And then, like, they could have been Encore Ival. It's hard to say how much that mattered without knowing their other sets. But that definitely made things... And they also could have clicked Facade. If they clicked Facade, then that also makes things for sure easier. Yeah, so they might Encore here. I don't think there's anything. I just click Thunderbolt. Okay, they do have Encore, so that's obviously not what we were hoping to see. So that means SD knock is what we're looking at for the last few slots. I'm going to go Xerxes here because it is so not helpful, and Bolt is actually still good. Like, Bolt is still very much a good Pokemon here, clicking Thunderbolt and such. So we can go Braviary. We critical hit and Ursaluna through screens and one-hit KO'd it when it should have taken like 40. That was the hack someone in chat asked. But I mean, we did lose a game due to really sad critical hits. So, okay, we can Vacuum Wave for just like a little bit of chip here, which did more than it should have because of the way the thing works. And then, terrible description of that, but you know what I'm saying. And then it's definitely CC or Spirit Break last. Have they used Terra? They have not, but like if they want a Terra to not die to the Sludge Bomb, I'm cool with that. That works for me. If Glamora comes in, I think I Terra Poison Nasty Plot, to be honest with you. I think that's the play. Oh, I don't have Terra Poison. What am I talking about? Okay, I still think we Dark Pulse here. I think that's fine. We might flinch. If we don't flinch, that's okay too. Stealth Rock just goes up. That's fine. Yeah, like Stealth Rock, obviously good for my opponent, but it's not game-changing at this stage. So they're trying to slight screen and go into Manaphy. That's definitely their angle here. I'm trying to think. Can Curse be magic bounced is a very... Curse. That's a key component of this. It cannot be magic bounced. Okay. So what I think I do then, I think we go into my Zama, and I think we get up our own screens. I think that's the best approach. If you could click Curse here and KO yourself, that'd be really nice. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. I think that's good for me if they do that. Reflect. Okay, good play. Let's reflect ourselves. Get ready for that I-Val. Okay, they go Manaphy. Yeah, we roar this instantly. Okay, good play. Good play on their part. They're playing this right. I think we roar this as well. Okay, oh, okay, I see. I see now what this is. Yeah. We can go, I think we go Hatterene on this. Good nasty plot, yep. Okay, we Calm Mind. So they're doing, how much? They're doing like 40. Their light screen runs out. It doesn't matter what happens this turn. They flinch, they don't flinch, whatever. What matters is this turn here. We cannot be getting flinched this turn. Let's see. 20%. This is, if we don't get flinched here, it is game over, we win. Or a critical hit, that would also do it. So there's like a 77 something like percent chance we're fine here. We get flinched. Okay, cool. All right, let's think about this situation, how we want to handle this. I don't think Darkrai kills. Yes, that would have been game, but you know, what happened happened. Do we preserve Hatterene or do we sack Goldengo here is the question. I think we sack Goldengo. I think that's the lesser valuable Pokemon. Next, we want to check some calcs. Let's see, Darkrai, your Ice Beam did... How much is that doing? That's to 0 bulk, and how much did the Moltres take from Ice Beam? How much did it take from Ice Beam? Where is this damage? This has been a long game. Ice Beam, 56. So, yeah, that's in line with what we'd expect for 0 bulk. And so max speed modest is 279, which we just barely don't outspeed Bolt. So I think we have to go into this in Thunderclap, I'm afraid, people. I think that's what we got to do. So let's go for it. We actually aren't even likely to kill, which is tragic because we're timid. Alas. Okay, and we don't get the kill. Please don't click agility here. Oh no, of course they didn't click agility. They couldn't have in that scenario. Okay, yeah. So this was really bad for us, obviously. This was really, really bad. I'm trying to think, do we go Darkrai or Zama here is the question to try to finish this off. I think it's got to be Darkrai. And let's go for a Sludge Bomb. If Darkrai enters, we have to go Zama. Okay, yeah. I mean, excuse me, Dragapult was what I meant. If Dragapult enters, we have to go Zama. Okay, there's the U-turn. Light screen time. That's good play. We close combat here. We have to. And then let's check Darkrai. I think it dies. So yeah, what we need, or man, we can check Hatterene if it dies. Okay, no, it probably doesn't die. But Dragapult will then just kill us with U-turns. So you know what we need is we need a flinch. We do not get a flinch. Okay, we can D-Kiss here. If they don't kill, we might actually be able to win with D-Kiss here on defensive Hatterene. If we don't get high rolled. We might be able to do this. They Terra Steel. Yeah, of course. No, you're Terra. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. All right, so that sucked. Yeah, I'm not happy with how that went, obviously. That sucks. Unfortunately, I am out of time, and I've got work tomorrow, so I cannot be playing more. I feel... Yeah, that really sucked. Like, yes, we critical hit the Blood Moon. Not the Blood Moon, the Ursulune early, which was nice. Not nearly as game-changing as that flinch. Like, I knew... Yeah, I'm not going to... I guess. Let's... Sure, we can say GG. I mean, that, like, you won because of a 20% chance, but... I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It was... I'm trying to think if there was a different way we could have played that. Let's see. But like, it was not a great matchup. Like the Manaphy was, there was a lot rough here. The Moltres was, we don't want to, which crazy thing is like Moltres is not like good anymore because, you know, it lost Terra Blast, so it lost a lot of consistency. So I was surprised to see it. So we start off with that. Maybe we should have just Dark Pulsed. I think maybe we should have leveraged Darkrai a little better, not let it take so much damage early on. What we could have done, we could have gone for like, no, but that would have been a bad play because we didn't know it was... let's see. Yeah, that Ice Beam was fine. They switched for seemingly no reason. We got in gold. Yeah, I went Hatterene there, which I think was a fine play. Zama was good there as well. That was good, and that was a good turn. Braviary, yeah, that Braviary was the right play there. Esper Wing was good. We got it cursed in instantly, which sucked because then it wouldn't have been able to click curse later. But this was a well-played sequence. That was fine. Bolt here, I think, was good. Calm that went well. Like, I'm looking through, like, it's looking like it's all well played so far. Let's see. I think this, I should have maybe been like, okay, I should have maybe known it was going to Encore there. But at the same time, sometimes like people get desperate and do make these plays. So I think that was not necessarily a bad call on my part to go for that. I think we sacked Braviary. Yeah, and they went for a Nasty Plot. So that was good. Darkrai comes in. Maybe this was it. I got a little maybe comfortable with my position. I should have probably Nasty Plotted, or yeah, I think Nasty Plot here was the right play. I got a little too comfortable thinking I was in a winning spot. And if I'd Nasty Plotted there, it wouldn't have got up Stealth Rock. It would, and you know, our Darkrai would be in a much scarier position. So I think that's, and there was a lot of switching around in this end game, and that now obviously then we set ourselves up after. I think that there was, I think the turn on Ival I maybe should have, but at the same time that is a risk, and I got us into a position where we had an 80% chance to win. So maybe I'm not the problem here. Maybe sometimes RNG just happens. The Ival matchup is not that bad. We've got Booster Ival, Braviary, Gold, Hatterene. I don't know really what you're talking about with the Ival matchup being like terrible. We've only losing to Ival when we get critical hit, and like the Ival wasn't a huge issue here even. Anyway, though, obviously that's disappointing way to end on with the bad RNG. But 5-2, not a bad record at all. Beat the rank 3 player on ladder. Bird did pretty well. I gotta head out. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Let's try to time this right. End this in 3, 2, 1.